Hello and welcome to the Sims 4 Ultimate Decades Challenge. We are in the second half of 1346 and we're visiting the Fairbairns first because we've got some things to do over here that aren't quite pleasant before we jump into sort of more exciting things for the rest of the year. Of course it's raining. Alright, I think we'll just get some household chores done first. Grace now has the laugh milestone. That's very cute. And Clary's feeding her. Well, whatever. Whatever. I can't do much about that. Everyone's kind of grossed out. I don't really know what's wrong with this house, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna get Charlotte to make some, pantry foods, because we honestly don't have... Oh! We're making that. Done. Sorted. She can make that. Oh, they're good friends. How cute. Oh. Okay, yes. I did do that before I started recording, and, well, I guess that's where we're going. I'm just gonna let Fergus... Yeah, his energy's dropping. Why don't we just nap? She's hungry. We've still got some food left over. I think she's happy. Anybody else hungry? Nope, but you need a pee. Domhnall really does need to get married. Well, actually, not for another year or two, but he should find his match. That's what I want. And of course he's afraid of the dark. Why couldn't he just be normal and not have a single fear? Crying baby. Why? Because she doesn't want to go to sleep? Are you almost done, Charlotte? No? Okay, can Domhnall just calm her down? Because Dad's not home. Domhnall's not home. Dougal's not home. Goodness, I really don't play this game as much as I used to. I'm forgetting everybody's names. So it is Harvest's End today. We are supposed to give gifts. Why? And be thankful. Buddy, can you just, I don't know, can you just chill? Why don't you talk it out with your mum? I don't know why Charlotte's still in her PJs, and Fergus was supposed to be relaxing, but... Oh my god, stop being terrified, buddy. Okay, he's just gonna ask for some encouragement. Fergus is feeling uncomfortable. I hope none of my Sims were caught by that. Of course. Of a bloody course. And now we're all hanging out in the bathroom. Domhnall! Life is not going great for you right now, buddy. You sucked at chatting with anybody the other day. And, I have no clue what Robert's doing over there. I think he's just daydreaming. You know what? Chill. Fine by me. Yeah, Domhnall's having a horrible time. And so is Fergus. Now, it is time to say goodbye to Fergus today. Unfortunately, he rolled to pass away in 1346, and unfortunately rolled to pass away from a gastrointestinal disease or illness. He's just gonna pass away from illness. It's just easier. He is so tired, though. I don't know, can you just take a nap in one of the kids' beds? I may as well take all the photos I can of these two. Oh my gosh, because of course he moves and there's Domhnall in the background, going crazy. Fergus! That's my fault. Oh my gosh. I always feel like this house is just super chaotic. It's kind of why I'm not here at the moment. Poor Fergus, yes. He is our first heir. He's literally been here since the beginning of the challenge, and I am going to have to say goodbye to him today. Well, I guess where... The hell? Huh? Oh my god. That's not foreboding at all. I didn't realize that was a thing. Well, I'm not doing that again. Did he get some random mastery perk? Oh, yes. Oh. I should have read that. I'm hideous, my face is a mess, I can't go anywhere looking like this, what can I do? It's fine, don't overreact. I mean, his face is fine, honestly. I wouldn't say he's hideous, but whatever. Autumn harvest tomorrow. I am just going to let Fergus rest and I guess skillful project himself everywhere, and everyone else is just going to do some chores today because it's, well, we're not supposed to harvest, I don't think. Okay, he is dazed, but unfortunately, no rest. No rest for Domhnall. Can he evolve? Oh my god, doesn't have a gardening skill? Buddy, that's kind of the point. You're still... Why? He's going through a clingy phase because of course he is. Let's just refill and clean. I'm just gonna get Domhnall to why so many pop-ups today. Yes, you can like prank Ewan, and we'll just clean the cow and feed the cow and we'll milk him too. And I'll get some of the kiddos on other chores. This isn't very interesting for you guys. I mustn't have any chickens in there. Okay. So some of them... Oh my god. Is she sick? I think Clary took over. We have a hatchable egg. Cool, cool. Oh my god. Clary, can you tell your cat that we're adopting for a little bit to just bugger off, please? We mustn't be... I don't want to be mean. Oh, it's because she's not doing anything right now. Can we just finish making this, the bannocks? Oh my gosh, look, Fergus is helping out. This is kind of crazy to see. For a second I thought it was David because I must have dressed them similarly, but nope, it's Fergus. I hope he's feeling a bit better. You can stop that, dude, and go to the toilet. It's kind of funny, honestly. It's like peasants are still working in their sleep. Everything is breaking today. Domhnall's doing better. She is sick. Okay, I'm gonna have to find some honey to give her. We should have... Yes. There you go, lady. You can have some honey and get better that way. Fergus, you can't leave it like that, Fergus. This is very cute, though. We hardly ever get to see the kiddos. Even though she's sick, it's nice to see that they're hanging out. I have plans for these guys if they survive the plague. Well, I at the very least have plans for Lady, and yeah, that's about it. No one else has really come to mind, unfortunately, of what I would like them to do. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that we can get done. Hey, can you clean that? We've still got paintings of Fergus's to sell. Look, like, some of his paintings are so cool. I know they're a mod, but I still think they're so cool. Oh, okay, we'll just pretend I don't have those going through literal beams. Yeah, so cool. No, there's nothing over here. Okay, I'm just gonna get some more household chores done, and then we'll have to say goodbye to Fergus, because literally this whole day, that's what we're doing. I think, Domhnall, you can have a shower. Clean yourself up just a little bit, buddy. Fergus has literally just gone back to sleep. Like, he literally just woke up and he's gone back to sleep. So if that is not a sign of what is about to come, I honestly don't know what is. Poor Fergus. Our first heir. It's just... It's too devastating to think about, so I'm not going to think about it. And I'll probably think about it whilst I'm editing this episode and doing our little farewell. Elspeth Fairbairn, you don't technically exist. Sorry. Yeah, I think I'll be thinking about it during my editing when I do the little In Memoriam. That's when I tend to get a little bit sad. Aww, Cooper. Why don't we pat Cooper? We're gonna have mini Coopers before Cooper goes. Maybe we can feed him. He's literally not gaining any energy. I don't know why. Like, he literally just slept. Why is his energy already depleting? Let's praise Cooper. That fox better not come here because I don't actually have a gate. They're adorable. Oh, I was gonna take a photo. Okay. They're friends though. How cute. How cute. Adorable. And he's filling in a pet bowl. So this is going to be very anticlimactic, but here we go, guys. It's time to say goodbye to our OG. This is so weird. Fergus Fairbairn is said to be immortal in your game. Do you want to kill them with death by old age anyway? Give me a second, you guys. I don't know if I've done something wrong. Okay, I never remember making him immortal, and yeah, I mean, I don't consider him to be immortal, but we are just gonna have to say goodbye. I wish the family was in here, but wait, I've literally just ended up on the same side. What am I doing? It's time to say goodbye, and he's going to pass away from old age. Just because it's the easiest, but we will know that he passed away from an illness. Not that they would know what the illness is, but anyway, I'm just going to keep blabbering on and delaying this, so we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to our heir. Our first heir, really, the main person, I would say, that we were supposed to focus on, I guess, for this challenge. You know, we did have David, who's the founder, but I think Fergus really set the foundations for how this should hopefully go. You know, he's got his soulmate in Clary. He had so many children. He survived all his involvements in the war efforts against England. Yeah, and he had a crazy amount of traits, and he was a wonderful painter. Not really a peasant career, but he did well. He made sure his family could stay on this plot of land, so I'm gonna miss him. And I think the Sims will obviously miss him, but yeah, it's kind of sad. I've never really had to kill off Sims that have been around for so long, so we're just going to rip it off like it's a band-aid, and we're going to do it. Yep, there we go. And I don't consider him to... What the... Does anyone know what's going on at the moment? I'm so lucky I saved, because I am coming back to this. This is so weird. Okay, take 2. I'm going to see if it works out here. Honestly, I'm not too sure why that's been happening. I'll have to see if maybe it's a mod that I have to take out of my game, because yeah, this is unusual.
Spino?
He's probably not friends with the cat anymore, but we got bigger fish to fry. Why? I don't understand. I do not understand. Okay, so I had to update my game because, I don't know, there was something wrong that was just causing him to just turn into a ghost and not have the dying animation, and that was just bothering me. So, had to do an update, and during that update, I paused my recording and my audio recording for my mic, and when I went back to record, I never turned my mic back on until towards the end of this episode. So we're just going to jump into a voiceover for a good portion of this episode. Anyway, here we are. David is actually passing away now. I did manage to get it to work. So there he is. He was no longer friends with a cat, and of course there's always a pop-up when someone is passing away or giving birth. It's how The Sims works. So there he is. He's dying of old age, and it's now raining in-game. I always like to think the weather is an accurate representation of what's going on, and this was just horrible. I was actually a bit upset at the time, but I was also kind of over it because I'd killed him so many times trying to get this to work. But the Sims are sad, and really that's what matters the most, is that the Sims are sad. Now they're not pleading, because he's just going to pass from old age. And there he goes. Grim has said, it's time to reap his soul. So there he is. He's now actually becoming a ghost for a proper reason. Once I click on it, there we go. And there's his little gravestone, and they're crying. I mean, I wouldn't really expect anything less. He was our first heir, our OG, the one we started the challenge with. So it is quite sad. We've got our Gen 3 heir crying there. Dougal's off at war, so he's actually got no clue this has happened. And these Sims can't write, so he'll have no clue it happens until he hopefully comes home. And Grim's just going to stay there until I think we leave the lot. I don't know how long he's there for. I decided to move his gravestone closer to where Clary sleeps, I guess. I don't know why that's where I put it. I think I will move it to the church at some point, or maybe not, because the church is so crowded with graves. And then I just gave him this little engraving on his tombstone, which just says, Fergus Fairbairn, from 1287 to 1346, beloved son, husband, father, and friend, first gen heir. And yeah, there he is. That's his resting place for now. Knowing me, it will take a long time for me to actually move it to the church if that's where I decide to put it. Otherwise, I might have a little cemetery on site here. It'd be nice to see him popping around. So I decided they're sad. It's also raining, so there's not much we can do. May as well just get some chores done. This house is a little bit dirty, so I've sent Charlotte on some chores of cleaning and making some food. Dougal's actually there. He came to visit, despite the fact that he should be at war, but it is what it is. And we were going to invite him in, I think, but then we got a pop-up that Marioun's in labour. So off we went to the tavern. Now, she's not too fast. She's actually just on the swings, having the grandest time of her life whilst being in labour, and I just had to tell her to stop. Here she is. My Sims have a penchant for wearing their winter clothes at the moment, during labour, so we just never get to really see their faces, but that's fine. And here she is, she's giving birth, and we have a girl who we named Molly. I thought that was the only baby, but as per usual, The Sims likes to surprise you, so instead of having one baby for their last baby try, they had two. They had another girl, and we called this girl Effie. I think we've had a few Effies now. I was hoping this one would survive. So there she is, she's giving birth, and we're off to do the rolls. We know the drill. The numbers she can't roll are 1 and 11, and she was fine. Oh, she also couldn't roll the number 15, and she had to roll twice. But she was fine both times. She skated on by just narrowly. And then first baby can't roll 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. First baby is safe. And then we were rolling for baby Effie. And I think, yes, she was also fine. She rolled an 18. Whilst we were at the tavern, I decided why not open it up. I'm not sure if it should be a tavern or an inn. I should really look up the proper definition. I get those two confused. Eric was put on baby duty, and then we were just running the tavern. We were having a horrible time at running it. No Sims wanted to come. I'm not sure if it was because of the weather or what, honestly. And our radio was broken, and no one was making drinks, and no one was making food. Yeah, so not a grand old time. I'm actually just gonna let it play, and you guys can view what's going on, because I'm gonna jump into some history I've meant to do since last episode, and I had no time in this episode when I originally filmed it, so we're gonna do it now. This year, 1346, the war between the Scots and English took a turn for the worse with the Battle of Neville's Cross in mid-October. However, to understand the devastating outcome of the battle, it's important to discuss events which occurred earlier in the year. So, despite the fact that the truce established in 1343 between the French and English, and therefore the Scots, was supposed to end in September 1346, King Philip VI of France asked the Scots to yet again fulfill their obligation to them as agreed under the Old Alliance, and invade northern England, to divert Edward III's English troops who were invading northern France. And this was the missive he reportedly sent. I beg you, I implore you, do for me what I would willingly do for you in such a crisis, and do it as quickly as you are able. Of course, David obliged, and he invaded England in July, believing that most of the English forces were in France. Though he technically wasn't wrong, the English force was still sizable compared to the Scots, and so they were repelled by local defenders of the north, leading to another truce until the 29th of September, and allowing the English troops to beat the French and besiege Calais. In October, the Scots invaded England again, this time with around 12,000 men, with many being supplied with modern weapons and armour from France. However, the English had been anticipating a Scottish invasion for a while, meaning the northern counties had been dismissed from joining the Battle of France to fight off the Scots if needed. On the 17th of October, both sides engaged in battle at Neville's Cross, with a stalemate lasting until the afternoon, until the English harassed the Scottish forces into attacking. The battle became disorganised due both to the terrain and the harassment by the English, causing the largest Scottish division, headed by the Earl of March and Robert Stewart, our soon-to-be king later in the century, to flee. Any remaining Scots were unsuccessful in retreating and were captured during the night. The King of Scots was also unsuccessful in fleeing, as he had been badly wounded by 2 arrows to his face, and was subsequently captured by John de Copland. It's approximated that more than 50 Scottish barons were either killed or captured, with Scotland losing almost all of its military leadership in one day. By the end of 1346, David had become an English captive under Edward Balliol, and was taken to Warwick on Tweed, and then Bamborough Castle, where he would stay until January 1347. Now, another important event for 1346 was actually the outbreak of the bubonic plague in the Crimea, the first epidemic of the Black Death, which would soon creep its way over from the east into the west, approaching France in 1347, which is where we will actually start our rolls for the Black Plague, and then we'll have a little bit of a break because the plague doesn't actually approach Scotland until 1350. But as you can see, it wasn't a very successful time at the tavern, And Matilda has been working on fixing that radio for God knows how long. Probably wasn't the best time to have a tavern running, like no one's here. I put everybody to sleep, and then we actually went and visited the McIntyres, because it's Harriet McIntyre's birthday, and she can't roll the numbers 6 or 14, and she just passed, but she's fine. She's going to become a young adult, so off she goes. My main goal, actually, whilst I was here, was to get Harriet and Olwen to try for a baby, because if you don't remember, Olwen failed his teen roll, so he doesn't actually have that long to live. Spoiler. So I'm really trying to get them to have some babies, because his baby try amount is... he's got 4 baby tries, so not a lot. But I'd like to use them, but for some reason, I just could not get them to try for a baby. The animal shed all of a sudden had an animal in it after decades of it not having an animal in there, so I reckon they must have fixed the game because that animal was in my inventory forever. And I figured out they couldn't have a woohoo time because they'd actually never had their first kiss. Go figures. So there they are, they've had their first kiss. I'm trying to then kick Oswald out so that they can try for a baby, and then age Harriet up. There are a few more birthdays and births that we've got to go and do, so I felt like I was on a bit of a time crunch. See, Ruth is in labour, and she'll proceed to tell me she's in labour for God knows how long. I don't know why that's a phrase I'm using today. Anyway, this house is disgusting. And look at all that chicken feed. We had Jane make the cake, which turned out to be sort of useless, because Harriet got pregnant, actually quite quickly. I'm not mad at it, but she's pregnant, so she can't actually age up into a young adult. That did mean we would have to go and visit the Boyds. So here we are, Ruth is in labour, and she's fine. She's got Evelyn and Bridget here to help her if needed. That means she doesn't have to avoid another number, which is always good. And here she is, giving birth to little Janet Boyd, and these updates have really fixed my game in regards to how long it was taking them to give birth, because I would just have to wait there for like 2 minutes, and now it's so quick. Here we are again with more birth rolls. I think we know the drill by now, honestly. I'm not even going to tell you the numbers, apart from the fact that she wasn't supposed to roll a 1, and she did on her first baby try. Don't you just love that? I was a little bit annoyed, but we had to jump into the rolls for Janet, and she can't roll a plethora of numbers, but she made it on by. She squeezed between the two, so she's fine. Baby was safe, but Mum was not, which meant we would have to plead for Mum. So Mum's just dying of overexhaustion. I think that's normally what I do for pregnancies. And I was, a little bit annoyed, a little bit sad, because I just lost a sim. That was planned. This one wasn't. It was her first baby. He has 12 baby tries, or a decent number at the very least. How many does John have? John has 9 baby tries, which is significantly better than anybody else in his family. Because, Colin had 4, and Jessie has 2. So, John's really pulling on through. Grim was taking forever. We waited almost an hour, I think, in-game for him to actually move his ass from standing near the frickin' bees and go and reap a soul so I could plead. Finally did get John to plead with Grim, and we were successful, which I'm very, very happy about. It does mean that next time she fails a roll, she's just gone. And I really like this sim. She's really cute. So let's hope luck is on the side of the Boyds. They used to be so lucky. Yeah, here she is. She's being revived, which is nice. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you, Grim. Thank you, John. There's Miss Ruth Boyd. And then she's just hanging out with her baby whilst Evelyn hangs out with her baby. And the chickens are disgusting. That's how life goes, unfortunately, in this game. So we went off to the Central Highlands, I guess? I don't know what I'm calling it. To visit the Reed household, because it was actually Niall's birthday. Into a teenager. Here he is. He's a little cutie. And he had to avoid the number 7. Which he did spectacularly. He got a 1. So, there he is. He's blowing out his candles on the cake that his mum made. She died in 1330-something. Passed away in 1334. I was right. So that cake's been around for 12 years. It's a bit disgusting, but whatever. He blew out his candles, went around to the front of the house to age up as they do over here, and he is now a practice makes perfect sim with the natural beauty trait. Maybe he inherited that from his mother, because I thought she was very pretty. He then rolled for his aspiration, and he rolled a number 19. That meant we landed on the cooking aspiration, and we rolled a d4, and he rolled a 4, so he decided he wanted to be expert nectar maker. Here he is. Is he not cute? I gave him some dimples. He's adorable, in my opinion. I'm very glad he survived. The teens are very exciting because I like to see what they've aged up to look like, but the roles are very exciting because you get to see if they're going to get married and if they're going to have any kids, and that kind of just settles their fate in this challenge to a degree. So here's Niall. I'm just showing you what he looks like. He's very cute, very cute. Those are all his outfits. And it was time to roll a d20. 4 to 20 means he's getting married, and he rolled an 18. So pretty golden there. And then we were rolling a d12 to see how many baby tries. 10. Knocked it out of the park, in my opinion. And then there he is doing a little spin. So this is the end of my little voiceover, and we'll just jump back on into the game for the rest of the episode. Okay, so this is the little update that I made. It's literally just another room extended off the back, or I guess at the front, and it's just for some of the kids to sleep in so that the space feels a little bit more spacious. They don't have doors or anything still, but they're working on it. They don't have a lot of funds. And yeah, that's the Reed household. We'll get a look at Niall in game. There he is. And after that, Cass, I realised my audio wasn't recording that whole time, so I probably just did a voiceover. That's life, unfortunately. I should have realised I wasn't actually recording my audio, but whatever. Father and son. Oh, okay, cool. Bye, Lewis. Alright, we're gonna go next door for another birthday. I'm just gonna make sure that Niall can get out from where he is. Maybe he can, warn Caitlin. There we go. Oh, he's going out that way instead. Okay. Oh, he's going around. Okay, we're over at the McClearys. It's not too surprising. I just said we're gonna pop over here. It's actually for Inga's birthday, but we do have to age up Tormund, so I'm gonna get Harriet on that, and then we can do the rolls for Inga. She's just cleaning up at the moment. Okay, looks like that cake has been attacked. So, I need another one. Oh wait, we're missing this. Yay, Tormund is a sunny infant. So many of those recently. Oh, he's got brown hair. Actually, not surprising, but I think he's got his dad's hair colour. Brown. His dad's, brown hair colour. Looks like he's got dark eyes as well. Okay, for Inga to age up into a teenager, she can't roll the number 7. Wonderful. She's definitely aging up, and she looks very much like, Maggie here. And Maggie does look like her dad. I see a lot of Thornfinn in her, so it's cool to see. And she's talking to her sister, Thora. Okay. Hopefully that cake is being made. Yep. I don't think she's pregnant. I'll have to check and see if she's supposed to be having another baby? No. Okay, it looks like I'm spacing out her pregnancies because she's only got 3 and now she's only got 2. So that'll be fine by me. Do any of you guys need to eat? No? This baby will need to eat. Harriet, can you feed your baby, please? Now I'm hoping with the voiceover that I got through all the history, just because obviously it would have taken out all the commentary that I would have made whilst playing, because I forgot to record it. So, new cake, I think. And I'm gonna blow out those birthday candles. Happy birthday, Inga! She's also the youngest. She got some height on that one. Alright, she's proper, and she is... Nope, not street smart. I wouldn't say mystical, would go with proper. Definitely not unkempt. Proper and restless also doesn't go. She's proper but she's a coward? Yeah, sure. Yeah, that one would work. Alright, let's see what she's going to aspire to be. So, on a D20, number 9. 8, she's also got food, just like Niall. I skipped fairy, that's why. Alright, let's roll that D4 then. And she got 2, so they don't have the same aspiration. She wants to be a chef. Sure, maybe she'll step away from the family trade. Oh my gosh, she really looks like Thornfinn there. Okay, let's go give her and little Tormund a makeover. Gosh, so many pop-ups. Alright, here is Tormund Kirkland. He's very cute. He's got very deep brown eyes. And yeah, that's what he looks like. I didn't really change him. I just gave him a different outfit. And then we have Inga McCleary. She's wearing the same dress as when she was a child. So it doesn't really change. This is her formal, her sleepwear, her hot weather wear, and her winter wear, her cold weather wear. And we're going to see if she's getting married or if she's having any baby tries. So, we know the drill. We just did it on a D20. Is she getting married? Yes. How many baby tries will she try for? 4. Dang. I don't think they're doing too well. Harriet has 3, Thora has 9, and Inga has 4. Thora's also met her soulmate, so we won't have to look for her, but Inga can start looking at some point. Yeah, so there's the family. They're all brunettes. She's the only one with black hair. She takes after her dad, Arthur, but she doesn't really look like all of them. There she is. I mean, this is Thora. I don't know why I'm showing you Thora. We really care about Inga. Here she is. She looks like her mum. Okay, so I don't know what she's wearing. Honestly. These sins, I tell you. Alright, I literally don't know why she's wearing that, because that's not her outfit. Oh. Oh. Hey, why is there a knight at our door? No. Inga, invite him in. Inga, he's good looking. Invite him in. Yeah, Harriet likes Turks, for sure. Where is Inga? I want to invite him in. She's downstairs. Oh, those clothes are gross.
Bon and Grabby? Oh, yes.
Okay. Ugh, that was pointless. I want to get to know him. Why don't we... Interests? Discuss interests.
Loima Sharno? Ah, yoyum.
Well, they're not soulmates as far as I'm concerned. What does she think of him? He's a young adult. Okay, so there's definitely an age gap there. Just acquaintances. She doesn't think he's good looking or anything. Interesting. She's very sad. She must have been mourning one of the sins. Okay, alright, we are off to the Highlands then. Wasn't the plan, but sure. Alright, let's go see Alesonne. I was hoping to see if maybe Inga and Gordon would hit it off, but that's okay. We can always visit in the future. So, let's go. Another baby. Okie dokie. I think this... Is he still crying about losing his sibling? Losing someone close. Yeah, it would have to be his sibling. Alesonne's given birth before, so no stress. We're just gonna have this baby. They keep wearing like their winter wear, so you can't see them. Buddy, you plum bob. Alright, hedging bets. Is it a girl or a boy? We've had 3 girls today. Could it be another girl? No, it's a boy. Okay, I think they've only had boys. I could be wrong. Alright, this baby's going to be called Dermot McDara. So not in birth order, but in alphabetical order, we have Arthur, Bruce, Kaelin, and Dermot McDara. I love the quicker births. That's so nice. Clearly there was a lag in my game. She's got simoleon fever from last time. We'll just do the rolls first and maybe see if we can get this one dealt with. And Isla is in labour. Okay, so we can't be here too long, unfortunately. Alesonne can't roll the numbers 1 or 11. Great. And Dermot can't roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17 or 20. Great. Alright, baby is good to go. Mum's not feeling too well, but baby is safe. And that is good, especially because they just lost a baby. I think they've got one more baby try left, and it'd be cool if they would have a girl, but no stress. Rory is one of my favourite Sims. It's kind of hard we don't really spend time with the Sims as much as I would like to. I want it to be a little bit more storyline focused soon. Something I'm working on. Alright, baby is good. How's Bruce? Bruce is in need of attention. Why don't we take a nap? I know, Isla, I know. So many births today. I just wanted to, look after him. Why don't we give him a nap? There's too many babies. Buddy, why are you downstairs? Can you climb upstairs? Is Mum coming to get you? You're coming to babble. Mum's coming so you can babble. Oh, I missed that. Oh, my goodness. Focus the camera away, won't you? Oh. He just wants hugs. They're so cute. Okay, I think we're gonna have to go. It's such a shame because I wanted to stay here for a little bit. You guys, they're being so cute. I wish I could stay here longer. But unfortunately, we have to go because Isla is desperate to give birth. Alright, I think we know the drill after how many births today. That is so unfortunate though, she is in the way. Hildegard, I need you to move. Oh, and just put her to bed. Could you put Hildegard to bed? Thank you. Because Isla needs to give birth. And none of the kids due to age up. Oh my gosh, it's like, why is it just giving me rain? Okay. That was quick. And it's a girl! Yes! This is going to be baby Brunhilde McIntyre? I need to find... another name. I need to find another name. That's not what I was going to say, but I need to find another name. This little baby is going to be called Bridget? I think that's what I saw online. So essentially Bridget. We already have a Bridget. It is what it is. Names get reused. And I'm alright with reusing names because I can't find a lot of appropriate medieval names for Scotland. Yay, twins. She's actually prone to having twins, now that I think about it. Ulrich and Bjorn. And there's a Sim outside. She keeps following me everywhere, this Sim. Goodness. Where's this other baby? There is so much going on in this house. Like, there's so many kids. We are going to do all the rolls, and then we're going to pop home quickly to do the autumn harvest and wrap up this episode. I think we've only got a couple birthdays that happened behind the scenes that I might go and pop off and do now after this. Now, she's a young adult, so we don't have to stress out too much, and she's done this before. She can't roll the numbers 1, 11 or 15, and she has to roll twice. Okay, too close. And she's fine. Okay, so this baby is Brunhilde, and Brunhilde can't roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17 or 20. Okay, Brunhilde has not made it. And we've got Owen with Bridget. Bridget also can't roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17 or 20. Okay, Bridget survived, but Brunhilde didn't. We're going to see how Brunhilde is passing away. Alright, here we go. She fell out of the crib. Okay. Alright. Well, there's no saving her from that, unfortunately. Alright, how long until these boys age up? Looks like next episode we'll be back for some birthdays. Yes, looks like so many birthdays are happening. Oh my gosh, it's Owen's birthday. Not today. Alright, it's time to say goodbye. This is the only baby that did not make it in this episode. Taken by the fairies. Alright, I will see you at the main household for hopefully an autumn harvest. If not, we'll just have to do it next episode. Look, he's floaty already. Dude, I like that you... What? No, that can't be your soulmate. Oh. Nope. You are not soulmates with the royal envoy. We're pretending like this didn't happen. You are going in timeout. Nope. You know what? You have to potty train Ulrich. I know he's independent, so... Potty train... Oh, they're both independent. You know what? It doesn't matter. Get away. Nope. I can't believe you, Owen. Your wife just gave birth. And you're excited because you found your soulmate. Screw you, buddy. Screw you. She can go and nope, she can just go to sleep. I can't believe you, Owen. I really can't. You have to look after all these kids of yours. I hope none of them have brown hair. Nope. They'll all look like your wife. So you can remember that you're horrible. You should not have found your soulmate like that. I mean, he must have a thing for redheads. She's still there. He ran outside to go and talk to her. Okay. Let's go to the main household, yes. We probably won't do you know what? We won't be able to do a harvest, so we're going to pop over to the church to do the last set of birthdays instead. Alright, Douglas here is shimmering because he's about to age up into a toddler. The numbers he can't roll are 4, 8, 12 and 16. Dang. I thought we were going to go out peacefully with this episode because it's already been chaotic enough for me, but no, unfortunately not. We may as well see now how he's potentially going to pass away, and then we can roll for his twin sister. Alright, how are you passing away, Douglas? Potentially. He can always be pled for. Ooh, that's not nice. That's not fun at all. Alright, stomach infection, apparently. And here is Dorothy with all her other siblings. Dorothy also can't roll the numbers 4, 8, 12, or 16. Okay, she's safe. She's fine. Just her brother that we have to worry about. Now, I absolutely hate aging up infants. Do we have a cake? Did I make my life easier the last time I was here? Dang it. Oh, we can age up this way. Nope. Leave Dorothy alone. Leave Dorothy alone. I'm gonna go to Douglas first. I don't know why she's up here. Or why he's up here, sorry. But it is what it is. Where are we aging this baby up? Here, mostly? Yes. Douglas is going from being a cautious infant to fussy. Well, we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, bees Arsala. William. Noopsa.
Let's go check out this little cutie downstairs. It's also her time to age up into a toddler. Someone's got the movement skill. Good job, Douglas. Alright, we're about to get another last exceptions, I reckon. Oops. Oh, I missed that. Whoopsies. She's now a charmer.
Aww.
Nice. Alright. Alrighties, it's time to do Cass. Oh my gosh, they've gotten so many presents. So many presents. Okay, we're going to do Cass, and then we will have to plead with the Grim Reaper. I need to figure out how Citrine gets her Sims to... Is it Citrine or Sleepy? One of them gets their Sims to just age up in time-appropriate clothing, and I've got to figure out how they've done that. Okay, here is Douglas Fairbairn. He's quite cute. He's got, like, reddish eyes. I don't know who he would have gotten that from. Yeah, I don't know who he would have gotten that from. Because James definitely doesn't have it, and neither does Marsley, but actually that's going to bother me. Why don't we just give you... Your mum's got, yeah, more of a pale blue. Okay, there he is, and let's go see what his sister looks like. Alright, here is his sister Dorothy. She's got the cutest eyes. She's so adorable. I'm kind of glad she survived in comparison. I mean, I'm not going to jinx it. We still have to plead with Grimm, but yeah, here she is. Very basic for the toddlers, as per usual. And there is her sleepwear and her cold weather wear. So... there she is, little Dorothy. Let's go plead for her brother. Okay, we're actually in 1347, which means the plague's about to start. Over in France, we've got a little while before it actually hits Scotland, which I'm chill about, but we do have French Sims, so, you know, a little stressed. I'm not sure how I want to go about it, if I want to roll at the beginning or the end. So I'll be thinking about that for a little while. Why don't we go in here, buddy, and... sounds bad, but... pass away near the adults. He's dazed. Oh, he's been struck by lightning. Hey, Marsley. Oh, sorry guys, I'm gonna cheat and teleport him to where Marsley is, because it's not fair if... oh wait, but Grimm won't be able to get in there because it's locked. Alright, we'll do it here. Buddy. This is the second time. This is the second time I've had to do this today. Well, I did it multiple times earlier, but second sim. This is just going to be from... hunger? Yes, I definitely think something was wrong with my game prior to updating it, because I couldn't... this wasn't happening. He does look freaky though. Marsley, please go here, and I'm going to get these guys to wake up too, because it's right outside their door. Marsley can be gloomy for sure. She's not had the best of luck. And now John's gloomy. I guess seeing a toddler die does it for you. Let's plead. We're not gonna cry, we're not gonna cry. Nope, we're not gonna cry. And you've got the ghosts. Come on, Grimm, come on. Come on, Grimm, come on. Come on. No! Alright, well that sucks. That sucks. Poor Douglas. That was a bit harsh earlier, but... hey, David. Oh, that sucks. Oh. I didn't know he had stuff in his inventory. He's a toddler. Okay. We're gonna put him in the cemetery. Well, at least the ghosts are... there's a glitchy dress. We're just gonna look the other way, where that dress is not flickering at us. So, unfortunately, that's how this episode's going to end, with a sim passing away. It's also how the episode opened up, with a sim passing away. So, I don't know, nice little sandwich of crying. It's a bit sad. Overall, I think this half of the year was alright. There was so many births. We had 2 sets of twins. We had one baby that didn't survive and a toddler that didn't survive, but then everybody else was fine for their birthday roles. Ruth didn't survive her birth role, but she was pled for successfully, so that's good news. We've got 2 new teens, which is always something to look forward to. I don't think much is happening next episode. We will be rolling to see if our Sims come back from war and who is coming back from war, and if any of them had any successes or failures. We might be rolling for the French Sims because of the Black Plague, so that's something to look forward to. We've got so many McIntyre birthdays happening next year, as well as another sad event. Can't really escape them. We're coming up to a time period in the challenge where that's just going to keep happening. We'll go to the main household next episode, I think, for the autumn harvest. We still have a day before winter starts, so we might do that towards the beginning of the episode, just so that that's done, yeah, overall, 1346 was good. We did lose Fergus, our first heir, which is very, very sad. I was actually a bit teary when he died, but thankfully my mic wasn't recording, so you guys didn't have to hear that. Unfortunately, though, it did mean I had to do a voiceover for the majority of this episode, so a little bit of a different format than I'm used to. So I'm hoping it turned out great. But I think, yeah, we'll wrap it up here. There's no behind the scenes birthdays, because we covered all of them. We saw every single birthday this year. Yeah, so let me know if you've got any suggestions on how we should go about the Black Plague rolls, because I'm not sure how to go about those. Should we do it at the beginning and then people pass away intermittently, or do we just do it at the end and see who didn't survive? I would like your thoughts and suggestions on that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode wherever you are watching in the world. I'm excited for the next episode where we start to encounter the plague, so I will see you there. Bye!